All right, real quick, it's yours truly, Mr. TALIAFERRO. Before the video starts, it would mean the world to me if you follow me on Twitter, Instagram. That's how my business grows. At is Mr. TALIAFERRO on your screen right now. When you follow and subscribe to me, you become one of the pharaohs. That's how I talk business, and that's how you support a young hustler out here getting it. All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing? It's Friday, and so far, no response record from Drizzy Drake responding to the story of Adidas. And that was a response to to Drake's diss record, Duppy Freestyle. So no response from Drake as of yet. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I said this in the previous video about these two. If I were Drake, I would leave it alone. Take the L. To me, in this opinion, at this point, he lost. He lost a fair battle. But if I were you, I'd leave it alone. I heard it in Pusha T's voice. That nigga said Surgical Summer Part 1 and there's more. Leave it alone, Drizzy Drake. He already announced that you got a kid and Adidas line coming. My nigga, we don't need to hear any more of your private life. Now, speaking of private lives, as Pusha T has released all this information about Drake in the atmosphere and claims he has more, Drake has reportedly been in the streets trying to get some get back at Pusha T. Now, reportedly, Drake has a $100,000 offer to anybody close to Pusha T that would give some inside information. Now, I'm guessing Drake's approach to this is somebody who's hurting, or I'm not gonna say down bad, but somebody who's not close around Pusha T at this present time. I would imagine if there's a person that's close to Pusha T right now, 100K ain't shit to them. Pusha T's a very successful musician, and he's the president of good music. I'm sure he has that. So it's gonna take more than that to give to somebody to make them the snitch on a man who over time gives them way more than 100K. If they work with him, they receive way more than 100K in compensation from Pusha T. So I'm guessing this might have to be somebody who maybe was cool with Pusha back in the day, but no longer. I'm guessing that's where Drake is reaching for to get some information about Pusha T. And it upsetted Pusha T a lot, and he took it to his social media account. Whatever Pusha T done found. Look, I don't know who is feeding Pusha T with sources right now, but he seems to be on the money with everything, and he's figuring out every damn thing. He got pissed when he found out what Drake was trying to do. He said this on Twitter: "You got 100K floating around for info? Can't no amount of money create skeletons that don't exist. Hashtag I'm upset." And that was playing off of Drake's new record that he released right after the Duppy Freestyle off his album Scorpion, that I believe is still coming at the end of June. He might want to push that bad boy back a couple weeks or maybe a couple months, like Nicki. So Pusha T has made it clear, if you listen to any interview from Pusha T as of recent, he said, "I don't have any skeletons to hide. I'm an open book." This is the risk you take when you're A, one of the biggest artists in the world, and B, when you likely have stuff to hide or stuff that you don't want in the public. Drake doesn't do interviews like that. Drake doesn't do press like that. So a lot of this stuff might not be big deals if you hear him talk from time to time over months. But because a lot of Drake, and I believe a lot of the mystique about Drake is the fact that he doesn't talk much to people and press. You only see him at events, and he only comes around ever so often. I think that's hurting Drake in his beef, but he made a decision to respond to Pusha T in a diss record, and he made the decision to bring up Pusha T's fiance, and thus far he's paying for it. Seriously, he's paying for it in a big way. And Pusha T's like, yo, speaking of paying for it, you won't be finding anybody that you can get 100K to that's gonna find out some real dirt on me. And by the way, Drake might have found something out already, or he might just make up some shit. People on the internet don't care if you come with facts or not. They care about what is the messiest shit you can say. So if Drake says some shit, people will believe it no matter what. And I'm guessing if he can't find anything, if he plans on responding, even though I recommend he doesn't do that, that might be the approach, making up some shit. Thank y'all for the time. Let's pour. I don't take it for granted. Pusha T's like, yo, bruh, go on somewhere with that little 100K. We good, and you ain't gonna find out anything because there's nothing to hide. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.